Well, we're a lot of people, but we all are going to pass to present our project. Our English is not very good, but we're going to try. Okay?
No está grabando. No está grabando.
Universidad Autónoma Agraria Antonio Narro from
aWhere growth is natural.
Okay, we are from the University Autónoma Agraria Antonio Narro from Torreón and Saltillo. Torreón, Coahuila, and Saltillo, Coahuila.
Okay. aWhere growth is a natural phenomenon that has present throughout the history of the country. It was from 1993, when it was noticed of the existence of more drastic and prolonged periods in the water deficiency. We were registered with more severity before climate change and the impact of the phenomena such as El Niño and La Niña. Next, please. Okay, the comarca Lagunera is formed by municipalities of Coahuila and the state of Durango. It's characterized by its limited water resources and its dry and very hot climate in summer and cold in winter. It is located in northwestern Mexico at 27 degrees Celsius. Excuse me. I'm very nervous. Sorry. Sorry.
Once you said the degrees, it's close enough for us.
Okay, north latitude and 140 west longitude. It's bordered on the north by the state of Nuevo León, to the east by Durango, Chihuahua, to the west, and Zacatecas to the south.
It is located like this part of the state, and it is formed by 3 cities, that is Torreón, Coahuila, Gómez Palacio, Durango, and Lerdo, Durango. So it's like it's composed by 2 states, Durango and Coahuila.
Durango, okay. Coahuila is the third state in the country where it's less rainy. The average annual rainfall is 326 millimeters. The main source of supply is the groundwater that provides 90% of the population, because the level of recharge of the aquifer is less than the level of extraction is provoking an over-precipitation, causing the reserves to be diminished. Has 4 surface waters. The state is divided into 4 hydrological regions and 26 river basins. The origin of most of the rivers of the LT is product of the springs that springs from the water of the subsoil. Okay, then we can see the water region where the aquifer of the region are supplied. Is the Bravo Country region. Next, please. The map in the regions. Next, please. The Nasa Saguanaban region. The Rio Salado region. Concerning groundwater, the state is divided into 28 geohydrological zone aquifers, which in general present overexploitation, overexploitation. But in it, there are serious effects of overpopulation and loss of water quality, being this: the Ramadero, El Hundido, Monclova, Paredón, La Paila, Saltillo, Ramos Arizpe, Manzanera, Zapalinamé region, Carboniferous region, Principal, Laguna region. Okay, in recent estimates, animal agriculture, rains and forage use approximately 8% of the available water supply. However, only about 1% is intended has drinking water and animal products and services activities. The rest of the water used is intended to irrigate forage crops, pig, alfalfa, corn, and other cereals for grain and forage for insulin, as well high energy, high protein foods such as corn, soybeans, and canola. For use this system of intensive livestock production in the Comarca Lagunera, estimates of water use vary widely depending on the crop and methods used. Okay.
Okay, well, here we make a data analysis using the software that Leila showed us in Excel. It was really tedious because, as we mentioned, the Comarca Lagunera, it is composed by 3 cities, different cities, and so we took all the data. We took all this data of 2011 to 2016, like it was 6 years of statistical analysis. So we measure, well, the parameters that we used was precipitation here, measure in millimeters, the temperatures, and just that. So we took all this information of Torreón, Lerdo, Gómez Palacio, and we made it for just a single area, like Comarca Lagunera. Next one, please. Okay, well, okay, we were surprised by the increase of precipitation. That was the data that we saw that it was increasing by the years. The temperatures were like 23 degrees average on the 6 years of 2011 to 2016, but the precipitation was increasing a lot. Like, let me see here. The most important increase was by the year of 2015 to 2016. It was from 9.10 millimeters of precipitation to 16.59. So here we can see that the total precipitation millimeters were increasing a lot. So with this, as our partners mentioned, it causes a lot of problematics with the agriculture and the natural.
Well, I will explain this graphic. And this is a graphic, the 2011 years and 2012. Here we can see the rain is in the months of July and August. Here is most likely like 2011. The rain is in August and October. It changed a little bit, and year by year, the rains changed the months of precipitation. You can see in the 2013, the rain is in October and November. And 2014, it rained in August till November. But the most important increasing, like my partner said, is in this year. And well, that's all.
If you see this chart, you can say that the temperature in 2011 and 2000. I'm very nervous. Sorry. 2011, 2012, we can see that the change is a little bit, but if we see the other years, 2013 and 2014, we can see the changes are more, what do you say, marcado? Drastic?
No, drastic.
Drastic, yeah. Drastic, because if we see the average temperature, here we have to 23 that 10 and yes. If we see that construct in 2015 and 2016, the change is a little bit because my partners say that the precipitation changes more in more
Greater change.
Yeah.
Precipitation.
We've seen when in this region we never see rain, and it rains a lot. We have two dams that one of them feeds one dam is the main supplier for the agricultural in the region, and the report recorded an income of 17.4 million of cubic meters per second, and that was about in a lapse of 7 days. And that's a lot, and that causes a lot of troubles. You can see this is where, well, in a primitive way, the Francisco Sarco Dam starts draining water to prevent damages. The blue line is where the river flows, and the red dots where all the affected areas. This led us to a series of damages such as floods, infrastructure damage, and even human lives, and that's pretty sad. Here we can see the other dam. This was the main dam. And so, somebody.
Well, even I have to mention something. Even of all these problems, the transmitted vector diseases, such like filaria mitis, Zika, and dengue, increased a lot in the Comarca Lagunera because of the migration of the plague of mosquitoes. Before we didn't have this problem, but because of the increase of the precipitation and the change of the climate and humidity, these mosquitoes are bringing these problems to our city.
Okay. Another change with the change climate is the effect in the courts. For example, the courts of watermelon. The watermelon, the melon is one of the most important crops that occurs in this region. Due to global warming, there was been an increase in the average temperature, and this has favored than the best reproduction more accelerate rates. And this is affect to the production. In this region, performance 26.7 produce 153,000 tons. For example, the pest of Pulgón, Araña Roja, and Mosca Blanca. This is the characteristic. For example, Pulgón, the temperature of 25 degrees Celsius reproduced at 5.4 things. Some alternative is biological control, use of greenhouse, and use tolerant. The Comarca Lagunera is the best producer in the milk in Mexico. This is produced the 95% of the Mexico. In the other portion, in the south, the Mexico producer of milk. But the change climatic, drought and the flood effects to the production of the milk in Mexico, causing majority of losses money, pesos. The solution is to develop new technology with alternative energy. The big company must invest to the connexit and better living for the nature.
Alright, one more minute, guys.
Okay, well, I talk about other problems for the climate change in the Comarca Lagunera is the arsenic. Arsenic is un semi-metal that is present in the natural environment, the which men exposed their food, water, or salt. Este metal está presente de forma inorgánica y orgánica. Inorgánica está presente, por ejemplo, que es el problema en la comarca lagunera por la sobreexplotación de los mantos acuíferos. In the organ is present in the animals, for example, fish and less fish. Okay. Bueno, this element the drag of toxic values according to the arsenic derivative. Arsenic is the most toxic composition, 2050 milligrams per liter. Arsenic inorganic that is present in the Comarca Lagunera for underground aquifer is consequence in the population de la Comarca Lagunera. El arsenic it is a short days for consequence cancer, skin cancer, the liver, kidney and lungs, blood, bilious problem in their feet and legs. Other possible symptoms are diabetes, high blood pressure, and other problems.
Well, we will go to the conclusion because
Okay.
we don't have time.
Okay.
I say the conclusion in Spanish because my English is not very well. That my little girl is better English. Okay. Bueno, realmente la problemática a la que nosotros nos enfrentamos en esta región de la comarca lagunera es grave, porque trae como consecuencia la sequía. Los mantos acuíferos tienen que ser explotados a mucho más profundidad, lo que trae como consecuencia aguas ricas en metales pesados, tal es el caso del arsénico, por una parte. Mencionábamos la población de ganado, es una de las más grandes a nivel nacional y a nivel de Latinoamérica. Por lo tanto, la emisión de gas metano es sumamente importante, ¿sí? Y es algo en lo que realmente no se está haciendo mucho. ¿Por qué? Porque grandes empresas lecheras están involucradas aquí. Los animales se alimentan de alfalfa, que es un forraje que utiliza cantidades de agua inmensas. Si ustedes se fijaron en las diapositivas, el porcentaje que se utiliza para el consumo es muy, muy pequeño. La mayoría del agua que tenemos en la comarca lagunera se utiliza para los forrajes y para las industrias. Por lo tanto, esto deriva en un problema grave de salud pública también. Sí, lo que mencionaba nuestra pequeña estudiante es que precisamente por el exceso de agua que tuvimos este año, que hubo una sobrecarga en la presa, tuvieron que soltar el río y hubo presencia de enfermedades atípicas en la región, que eran características de una región del sur del país donde era el clima tropical. Por lo tanto, tenemos presencia de dengue, chikungunya, zika. Exacto, son datos que todavía no se dan a conocer, pero eso es algo atípico en la comarca lagunera, por el clima seco, caluroso, seco, ¿sí? Entonces ahora estamos presentando ese problema también de salud pública. Eso es lo que queríamos comentarle, gracias, y disculpen nuestro, pero todo eso. Gracias a todos. ¿Alguna pregunta, Nico?